Hello everyone, it's Dr. Susan Lynn Beckwith welcoming you to The Rules, Literary Structures and Genre, aka Fight Night OUFC, Chicklet v. Ladlit, an OU fiction class. Last week I sent you an email with a link to my personal homepage, and this way you get to know a little bit about me as a person, because I'm looking forward to getting to know you in our class this semester. At the bottom of that site, you would have found the link to our course website. When you clicked on it, it would have taken you to that website, where you had different tabs that you could look at information about the class. One of the tabs, Workflow, explained credit hours, the way the university structures them, and also how we're going to be working with time in this class. On our Moodle site, which I'm going to show you in a minute, you'll see that the calendar is now live, but you'll see some of the things that we're going to be doing with your workload. So at the top of the calendar, I have your typical week. So a typical week, and this is a full week, this is not this first week of class, but in a typical week, by Tuesday, you will complete a group activity, and you can see there the asterisk that the instructions are given on Moodle. And please note, a group activity is not a series of individual posts by individuals, but a collaborative assignment that produces a single and cohesive final product. And then you'll review the other group's work and engage with their work. You'll start that on Tuesday because that's when they'll have posted it, and complete that by Friday. By Thursday, you will complete your individual activity. You'll read your classmates' individual activities and engage with those. You can start that on Thursday because that's when people will have started to post theirs, and you can complete that by Sunday of that week. Again, with the individual activities each week, those specific instructions will be given on Moodle each week. By Friday, you should watch the lecture vids, what I call vidlecs, the lecture videos before reading the novel or the book that is assigned for that week. You should perform the reading for the upcoming week, and complete that by Sunday. And you should begin participating in discussion room. And this should be an ongoing participation, and definitely should not be written as essay-style comments. You'll see more about that when you open up the discussion room for the first time. A little bit of information then about the readings. The readings each week will be approximately 100 to 150 pages. Sometimes they're not even that long. And in other times I may assign a few short additional readings that aren't listed on the calendar that you will see as you scroll downward. But these will not be long readings. There's also time that you should plan for reflection, which is where you let your mind absorb and process the readings and the discussion that we're having about those readings. It's not time spent in front of a screen. Instead, it might be while you're taking a walk, and not listening to a playlist or a podcast, etc. And if you can do it post-reading, that's great. And then engagement, that refers to your interaction with your classmates' posts and my comments on our course sites all together. For this, you're going to need to reserve time to read your classmates' posts and my comments. You'll also need to reserve time to comment back, as this should be a dialogue and discussion. So our Moodle site is live now, and when you log in, this is what you should see at the top of the Moodle site. You scroll down into the first section. The first thing you're going to see is a facts forum, frequently asked questions forum. Now actually I want you to look just below that where you see announcements. Announcements may be what you're used to seeing and using in your other Moodle courses. I don't like announcements because announcements are set up on Moodle so that students cannot respond to them. It's a one-way conversation, if you can call it that, a one-way email that is sent out from me to you. Instead, we're going to be using that facts forum because I've set it up so that, yes, I can send out global emails and messages to the class and post information there for you. but then you can reply back to me on that same exact forum. I've also made it so that you can also post to the FAQs forum. So if you have a question for me or a question for one of your classmates, you can go to that forum and post it there. There's also a student discussion room for general topics. So this would be where you want to post questions to your classmates on general course information. That's not about the discussion room for the readings. You'll use those in the individual weeks that are listed below, and you'll see those further. But this may be just questions about the course in general. Then I've also included a student social chat room. So it's available for you to utilize if you're online and start up a conversation or meet with your classmates at arranged times. So these are times set by you, not required by me for this course. So you can talk about anything you like here or meet for any reason you would like in this student social chat room. And also, I'll emphasize that social part. You could just decide to meet there to talk about anything, what you're watching on Netflix, etc. There's a link to Oakland University important dates, a link to the Oxford English Dictionary. When we are deconstructing readings and passages and symbols in our readings, you'll want to use that Oxford English Dictionary because it provides the history of a word going back in time. It is much more comprehensive than an online dictionary or a Webster dictionary, etc. And this is the dictionary you should use. You'll see a link to the class syllabus. Now, I want to point out that this class syllabus is structured and formatted with the ADA compliant and accessibility standards. So it's a rather lengthy document. Don't let that overwhelm you. Not all of the information on that syllabus is specific to our class together, but it's rather information that should be disseminated to all students in all classes and contains information about the university as a whole as well. The class calendar is the link beneath that, and you can download that. I just gave you a screenshot previously of the top of that page. And then the online office hours chat room for students and professor. So I've placed that there. We can find other ways to meet, etc., and talk about things online or via Google Meets or Yuja, which is a new platform on Moodle, etc. So, but that's just there so that we can always reference it. As you scroll down the Moodle page, you're going to see the first series of activities that you're doing as you enter into the class. Now, obviously, I sent out the link for the slide deck, which you should all be completing, and some of you have already posted slides there, which are fabulous to see your faces and learn interesting things about you. So do make sure that you complete the slide deck that you received the link to in a previous email. But you'll see that we have the first activity to get to know one another after the slide deck is a Google Doc, which is activity, horrible bosses and thankless jobs, tales of woe in the workplace. When you click that link, it'll give you information on what you should include in your post there, and then it'll give you the access to the Google Doc where you'll be posting that post. The second activity that you should do upon entering the class is to choose a group. Once again, when you click on this link, you'll be given access to a Google Doc that allows you to select a group. And since you'll have already seen your slide deck and seen the posts people are making in horrible bosses and thankless jobs, you may self-select individuals in the class that you feel you have things in common with. Or you could just randomly choose any group. Beneath that section, you can see that you're going to have video lectures or lectures on literary analysis and narrative terms. These are the vidlex I refer to on the calendar. So the first one you'll see is allusions, the second one is characterization, etc. One thing I want to tell you about the way I've actually constructed these lectures is that they rapidly scroll through the slides without me reading and talking over them. and they scroll through faster than you will be able to read the slide. The reason for that is I'm very aware that a number of students, many of us, we don't have constant access to broadband or unlimited data or continuous access to Wi-Fi. So if you need to download these will not take up much of your data as you download them. Then, as they're on YouTube, you'll be able to see that you can slow them down, pause them, etc. But this is really just to save you basically data and make it so you can access them at any point in time. Scrolling further down, you're going to see our first segment of the class, and the first text we're talking about, we're focusing on, is Fight Club. So I've got a picture of a book cover for Fight Club, and then you'll see my introductory video for Fight Club. So, and that's a little bit longer than the other videos, but you can view that video before you start reading Fight Club. Then you're going to see that you have a reading that you're to do before even starting Fight Club. So watch the video and then read the excerpt from Susan Sontag's Illness as Metaphor reading. When you click on that link, it'll take you right to the PDF. And then beneath that, you have the PDF for Fight Club. Now, if you're working from an actual physical book, that's perfectly fine. The PDFs are just there for you to save money by not having any book costs for this class. And I know right now, especially, we can all save money, and that doesn't hurt anyone. But you can also, even if you have a text copy, you can use that PDF to search for quotes, and that can be a very helpful function. When you scroll further down, so first of all, some furry reminders of the fact that not everybody has read Fight Club before. If you have read it, or if you read ahead of the class, please don't be that guy and give out spoilers. And the same actually goes for all of our readings that we do when we don't finish the book all in one go. Make sure that you don't reveal information that other people may not have yet encountered. Don't worry, you'll get to talk about it because we're eventually all going to get there. At the bottom, you see there'll be a student discussion room for Fight Club. Now this discussion room, it is not essays. That is not how we talk about things in the real world. And the discussion room is for you to talk with one another. So do not write lengthy paragraph essay style discussion posts, but rather talk about what interests you in the way we talk to one another. That will include using text abbreviations. It's fine if you have typos. I mean, don't have so many that we can't really read what you're saying, etc. But a few here and there are okay. It's not formal academic language. And these will be in Google Docs, so you can use the comment feature to be able to reply to one another and start new conversations in the comment thread. So now I've actually clicked on the student discussion room, and you can see that that's where you'll be given access to that Google Doc. So you can see here that you can't actually see because they're hidden from students, but the group assignment for Fight Club, individual assignment for Fight Club, and then those group assignments and individual assignments, well, the actual activity, what you're doing each week will change. Those will repeat each Tuesday and Thursday throughout the semester so that you can have an idea of how to plan for your time when things will be due. All right, you guys, so that should give you an overview of our course materials, our Moodle site, etc. But what I want to leave you with is the fact that my biggest hope for the semester is that you have as much fun as I'm expecting to have as we get together and we talk about these books and what they're doing, and we just have fun with the material. So you guys, we'll be talking more soon, but this is just a brief overview, and I hope you guys have a great day and a great first week of classes. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Talk soon.